So many of you have been asking, you've been contacting the village, and Sifu Ron is bringing in questions, what is San Sao? Some martial arts don't know because maybe it might be a translation of language or something like that, you know. Sifu Ron, what do you think? What's your definition of San Sao?
Definition of San Sao for moi. Like Sifu Ka said, every art is San Sao. Tai Chi San Sao, Hongga San Sao, every art has San Sao. Even non-Kung Fu arts. What you take your forms. For instance, you had, let's just say, 24 movements in that form. Take one of that form movement and put it into an application, a real life application with correct San Sao distances. From that, take number 1 of your form, number 5 of your form, number 28 of your form, put it together to defend yourself. Now, when you start doing that, you start learning randomizing your combat, or that's how things are in the street. It's very random. You never know what's going to happen to you.
Yeah, so one of the things I love about this is you just never know. You never know. And when you have an instructor says, you know, put this number and this number and this number together, you tend to go, wait, what?
What?
But once you start doing it enough, it starts to become, like you said earlier, it's the conversation.
Right.
It's no longer just the word. It's no longer just block. It becomes, block may even be the second part of it. It may just become, it's all fluid, you know? And fighting is random, and what we've found is, you know, what happens if you're a smaller person, have to fight a bigger person, you have to know these San Sao principles to make them work. So I love that, yeah.
Right, and exactly. Like, you could be effective in in combat being guttural. Going back into that language analogy, I could be sit, kill, down, grrr. You could be that. You could be effective. But as you get further in the art, you become more eloquent. You become more sophisticated. And besides, when you get older, you don't want to do so much, right? So you want to have economy of motion. So you want to basically walk through your opponent. Do not look at San Sao like you want to win against the opponent. When you decided to do martial arts or Kung Fu, is to escape and to survive. Forget about winning. If you want to learn about winning, do competition arts. Be one of the gladiators out there that are amazing, but me, I can't practice like that anymore. I like to eat donuts.
And one of the things I liked about San Sao is, and you know, like I said, we've done this for a long time, is it's not meant for any form of competition.
Right.
Like, it's not combat competition.
Right.
It is meant to get yourself out of a sticky situation, save your family. And that's what I've always loved about it. And that's what I've always loved about training with Ron, because the principles are the same. So the rules of fighting, I mean, if you're 6'7" and, you know, or your opponent's 6'7" and you're, you know, 5 feet, you can't apply those sport rules to that person. Or if you're a female fighting a larger male. And what I love about San Sao is you practice to randomize enough and you learn about the human anatomy that it starts to develop you into this art. And that's what I love about the randomness. And every style, like we said, has San Sao in it. Right? I think so. What I've seen.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how to beatbox. So now let's do the mechanics and the subjects of San Sao. Let's get going.
All right.